Hello! Welcome back, everybody. Well, now that we've gotten through the original New Super Mario Bros., it's time for this Mario Madness to continue with its home console counterpart. Today, we're taking a look at New Super Mario Bros. Wii for, well, the Wii. I'll never forget the day I first laid my eyes on this game. It was announced back at E3 2009 by this lady. Who is she again? I wasn't really sure. And where did she go? I never really saw her after this conference, so where'd she go? I'm not even kidding, I'm actually quite curious. But anyway, I didn't catch the entirety of Nintendo's conference. In fact, I saw the trailers for the games they unveiled before watching the actual event itself. And the first of these trailers that I saw was for New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I was super excited about this game. I played New Super Mario Bros. On the DS countless amounts of times when I was 12, so to see the game being brought over to the Wii, marking the first time a 2D Mario game has been on a home console since Super Mario World, was just awesome. And it was gonna have multiplayer. Holy cheese! Well, anyway, New Super Mario Bros. Wii was released in North America on November 15th, 2009. And to this day, it continues to be one of the Wii's biggest sellers, with nearly 29 million copies sold as of today. And it has a red box.
Which is pretty cool.
But is the game itself any good? Well, that's what you're here to find out, isn't it? I ask the question, you get the answer. That's how it works. We start our adventure by throwing a birthday party for Princess Peach. How do I know it's a birthday party? Because the game tells me that it's Princess Peach's birthday. Well, good for her and all that, but I can't help but wonder how old she is. That's why, for the very first time, I've invited a special guest to come onto the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my good friend, Professor Overanalyze.
Thank you. Now, let's take a look at what we have here. Well, as we can see, her arms and legs are indeed thin enough to be mistaken for toothpicks. She has no distinct sign of wrinkles under her eyes, meaning she's quite young. This picture shows us that her feet and toes are undeniably bones coated with pink paint. Her skin also has no visible piercing, but if you look closely, bingo! Belly button ring. Attached earlobes, yes, bright yellow hair, white teeth, yes. Well, in conclusion, it should come to us as no surprise that Princess Peach is a woman.
Good to know. Professor Overanalyze, everybody. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. A giant cake emerges from out of nowhere, and before you can say,
Man, that is one handsome cartoon.
Bowser Jr. and the Koopalings emerge from within it and throw it on top of Peach, trapping her inside. They get away with the princess, and it's up to Mario and Luigi, along with these two generic toads for some reason, to rescue her. Okay, am I the only one who thinks this whole cake fiasco makes absolutely no sense? How does a giant cake with obvious signature Koopaling hairstyles manage to get past castle security? How does one even fit in a cake? How does one even breathe in a cake? I always knew Princess Peach was the most incompetent royalty figure in video game history, but how am I supposed to believe that she is, in fact, so incompetent that she can't even get out of a cake? It's just...
Are you in need of assistance?
No, thank you. I'm just going to move on.
Suit yourself.
Alright, so, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. With a name like that, you'd probably assume that it's just a port of the DS game. Well, you're sort of right. New Super Mario Bros. Wii plays identically to its DS counterpart, but it does enough differently to keep the new in the title. 8 worlds to explore, secrets to uncover, star coins to collect, same old, yada yada. Now for the differences, because trust me, there's plenty. Mario controls almost exactly like he did in the DS game, but now he's sporting the spin jump from Super Mario World and Super Mario Land 2. And I am very happy to say that it handles a million times better than it did in Mario Land 2. Since this game can be played with the Wii Remote, a simple shake at the controller is all you need to pull it off. And you can even spin in the air to give yourself some extra airtime, like the spin in Super Mario Galaxy. Oh, wait, I'm not there yet! I think I can get away with saying I like the spin jump here more than I did in Super Mario World, but just by a slight little amount. The power-ups are almost the same as the DS game, but the only new power-up to return from the DS version is the Mini Mushroom. Yeah, for some reason, the Blue Shell and Mega Mushroom are nowhere to be seen. But honestly, I don't really care. And of course, New Super Mario Bros. Wii gives us even more new power-ups. First, there's the Ice Flower, which was technically introduced in Super Mario Galaxy, but like I said in my little freak out there before, we're not there yet! Anyway, the Ice Flower works like the Fire Flower, except you shoot balls of ice rather than
great balls of fire!
And you can trap your enemies in ice blocks and use them as platforms. It's kinda cool, oh, but stupid puns. But sadly, I find it to be overshadowed by the much cooler additions. There I go again! Like the Propeller Suit and the Penguin Suit. The Propeller Suit launches Mario up into the air with a shake of a Wii Remote and gives him some more airtime. Not as much airtime as the bunny ears from Super Mario Land 2, but I honestly enjoy using the Propeller Suit more. Mostly because it's not as rare as the bunny ears, and it's just an awesome power-up. The Penguin Suit is a combination of the Ice Flower and the Frog Suit from Mario 3. Mario controls better underwater, but he can also shoot balls of ice. And because he's a penguin, he can also slide on his belly. You know, I tried sliding on my belly once, but all it did was give me some really bad carpet burn. Don't judge me, I'm young and I don't know any better! Anyway, the Penguin Suit's a very nice addition. It's like an answer to the question, if I don't like the Ice Flower that much, what else can I use that works like the Ice Flower but gives me something else to do that's a bit more interesting? And that's a question that I don't think anyone but me is gonna be asking anytime soon. Also, like in Super Mario Bros. 3, you can carry items in an inventory that can be accessed from the world map. In my opinion, the way it works here trumps the inventory system from Mario 3. It organizes your items by listing how many of each one you have, so no more having to waste certain items in order to find the one you want. I don't know what else to say, it's just awesome. You can get items by playing minigames in the Toad Houses or by defeating mini-bosses on the world map. This just oozes with Mario 3 vibes. However, the way they're executed here is completely different. Instead of having to defeat the mini-boss itself, you have to collect 8 of these Toad balloons during the battle. Collecting them automatically clears the entire screen, and Toad just pops out of a chest to reward you with 3 mushrooms. And yes, he gives you mushrooms every time you save him. As if to say,
"Thank you, Mario, but your chances of getting a better reward are in another castle."
Speaking of Toad, sometimes his face will appear above level markers on the world map. Every now and then, one of Bowser Jr.'s minions will capture a Toad and stuff them in a question block within certain levels, and you'll have to go and rescue them. Well, you don't have to rescue them. In fact, you can just throw him down a bottomless pit and complete the level no problem, no matter how morbid it is in hindsight. Actually, no. You don't deserve to be serenaded by Canadian pop stars. You're Toad, and you're annoying. But if you wanted to, you can carry Toad to the goal pole with you. And if you do, he'll reward you with some extra lives. How many he gives you depends on whether or not he takes any damage. Carrying him to the flagpole as normal Toad will reward you with 3 lives, but if he's small Toad, then you only get 1. Again, stubborn jerk. But back to the Toad Houses. So, like I said before, Toad Houses contain minigames instead of treasure chests. The red Toad Houses have you flipping panels that you'll need to match up in pairs to win power-ups. Green Toad Houses have you blasting yourself out of a cannon to collect extra lives. And Star Toad Houses are the only ones that contain treasure chests, but each one has nothing more than a Starman. I've never been able to get perfect on any of the panel or cannon minigames, and I doubt I ever will. Anyway, you're gonna need as much as your pockets can carry, because this game can be tricky sometimes. Remember how I said the original New Super Mario Bros. On the DS was really easy? Well, obviously the developers realized this, because some of these levels can really mess with your head, especially this level in World 5. You have to keep as many enemies off of the platform as possible, or else the more stuff that piles up, the more likely you are to sink. This wouldn't be so bad if there weren't so many enemies to be on the lookout for. And coins count too! Come on, that's just mean! And don't even get me started on World 9. After you square off against Bowser at the end of the game, and then again after a pretty cheap fake out, though seeing Kamek and Drag is pretty funny, you unlock World 9. You may notice that you'll need star coins in order to play these levels. But really, you need to collect all the star coins in every single world in order to unlock all the levels. I admittedly have no problem with this because it's optional. Completely optional. You don't have to unlock and beat all the levels in World 9. It's something only you decide whether or not to do, and I like that. That's especially good considering how hard World 9 levels can be. I swear the difficulty here gets extremely close to Lost Levels territory, especially when trying to get all the star coins in this world. The best example I can think of, or in this case worst, is my least favorite level in the entire game, World 9-7. Some Call Me Johnny would probably know what I'm talking about. You got Venus fire traps everywhere spitting fireballs at you, and if they don't touch you, chances are they'll melt the ice blocks that make up 85% of this place. And more often than not, there'll be munchers inside those ice blocks, and thawing them out makes getting through this train wreck of a level even harder than it already was. However, if you need a little help, or you're a hardcore Mario fan looking for a good kick to the groin, you can utilize the game's new Super Guide feature. Whenever you die in a level around 8 times, a green exclamation block appears. Hitting it activates a mode called Super Guide, where you can have a computer-controlled Luigi complete the level for you. Seriously, it completes the level for you. You can take control whenever you want, once the computer gets you past certain obstacles that you yourself could not. It doesn't count as an actual victory, but still, the idea just makes hardcore Mario fans cringe. Now, how do I feel about this whole Super Guide thing, being the hardcore Mario fan that I am? It's alright. I mean, anything I can abuse to let me play as Luigi is perfectly fine with me. And besides, there's another way for you to get a little help. And it just so happens to be this game's major selling point. Yes, I'm of course talking about the multiplayer mode. New Super Mario Bros. Wii is the first main series Mario game to have up to 4 people be able to play together in the single-player campaign. Apparently this was something Shigeru Miyamoto had wanted to put into a Mario game ever since Super Mario 64. So how does it work here? Well, the best I can describe it is like playing every single version of Rainbow Road all at once. Oh yeah, 4-player Super Mario is that chaotic. I don't have footage of it because A, I don't have enough people to play with to showcase it, and B, it's too dang crazy! That's why I'm only showing 2-player footage. 2-player Mario is really the best way to go here. 3? Maybe, but any more players and the game flies right over the cuckoo's nest. Yeah, movie reference. Not to mention the other characters you can play as, aside from Mario and Luigi, are just 2 generic Toads. Now, you've got to admit, that's kinda lame. Though I will say it's no dumber than only being able to play as Mario in the single-player campaign. Why? On the plus side, the multiplayer isn't limited to the main story. New Super Mario Bros. Wii has a few versus modes, like the DS version. Thankfully, the versus modes are entirely original and not just one half original, other half stolen from Super Mario 64 DS. There's one mode where you're just playing through normal stages and competing to get the most points. The other mode is called Coin Battle, and I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Something cool I should bring up is that one of the stages included in Coin Battle is a recreation of the original Mario Bros. Arcade game. Ooh, that's another thing about this game. It's like a big Thanksgiving-sized serving of nostalgia! New Super Mario Bros. Wii is like a celebration of everything Mario. It has airship levels akin to Super Mario 3. You can visit Peach's castle if you feel like watching videos of the developers stroking their egos. Of course, Yoshi's back, but even Kamek helping the Koopalings in their castle battle is right out of Yoshi's Island. Anything I can say I'm not a big fan of is how sometimes it might try to depend a little too much on nostalgia. That's not entirely the case here, but some instances can be a little painful. Whoa, has the video been that long? Oh, right, sorry, okay, gotta wrap it up. So, overall, what's my verdict on New Super Mario Bros. Wii? Well, if you ask me, this is my absolute favorite installment in the New Super Mario Bros. Series. New Super Mario Bros. Wii and the amount of awesome things it has puts the original DS version to shame. It looks better, it sounds better, it plays better, it's more challenging, more fun, more memorable, and to put it simply, it's just a much better game. If there's anything I can say I don't like about it, it would have to be with the music and other minor nitpicks. While I do like some musical pieces, those are more of the remixes than the original pieces, which aren't the best Nintendo's put out. The multiplayer is a nice idea, but it really only works with 2 players. 4 people playing at once just screams absolute chaos, so I recommend you limit the game to just you and a friend. By the way, just a side note, I swear the voices keep randomly pitch shifting every now and then. Regardless, New Super Mario Bros. Wii is by far my absolute favorite in the entire New Super Mario Bros. series. Wait, I already said that, god dang it! It's not the most original Mario game out there, but it's certainly one of the most entertaining adventures the plumber's ever been on. Pick it up and see for yourself. So there you go, got 2 games, they're pretty fun, we had a good time. But Nintendo decided to give it another go, and brought New Super Mario Bros. To the Nintendo 3DS. Will it be better, or will it be worse? Find out next time with my review of New Super Mario Bros. 2. Until then, this is Mark, aka Super Smash 3DS, bidding you all adieu. That's French, I think.